warm welcome to each one of you. I'm Vincy Joy, one among the OET aspirants under our great mentor Father Zalin Joseph from EduSkills International. I hope all of you are familiar with EduSkills and Father Zalin Joseph. As you all know, EduSkills International is a non-profit platform which aims to uplift and support the medical professionals who are struggling with OET. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our dear mentor who developed a non-profit platform for all OET aspirants and spends a lot of time with us. Thank you, Father, for this wonderful opportunity to love OET. Today I am dealing with listening part A. So, shall we begin? As you all know, what is the expected grade for OET listening? We have to score in between 450 to 500 to obtain a grade A. For grade B, we have to score in between 350 to 440. Still, I would like to say that we have to aim a grade of A. It is our father's advice. Then, what is the general idea regarding listening part A? In listening part A, there will be 24 questions from two different extracts. In each extract, there will be 12 questions. It will be fill in the blanks type questions. And for part B, there will be 6 multiple choice questions. Then part C contains 12 multiple choice questions. Here, from this slides itself, you can understand that if we are able to gain more score in listening part A, we are more near to the desired score. From B and C total, only we have 18 questions. At the same time, from part A, there is more scope to score more. Okay, I think it's clear. Then, what is the exam format of listening part A? It's a patient-led dialogue. It means most of the answers will come from patient's mouth. Still, we have to listen for interviewer's voice too. The most answers will be 90% of answers will be coming from the mouth of patient itself. Then there will be 30 seconds to read the 12 questions before the audio begins. The audio begins with a beep sound. These seconds is known as golden seconds to predict. 30 golden seconds to predict or anticipate the answer. It denotes, the F denotes foreseeing from first method, which is already explained by our mentor. Then write the exact word or phrase as given in the audio. Beware of paraphrasing in the question statement, synonymous language. All must be taken care. So here, sometimes we can't find out the exact word from the text itself, text or audio. So we have to beware of the paraphrasing words or synonymous language used. Then exam format. Some minor typos are allowed in the listening part A. It means some minor spelling mistakes are always allowed, but there won't be any distortion of meaning and pronunciation. Then there will be 3 possible answers. From the 3 possible answers, we have to choose the best answer according to the audio. We know the difference between the correct and best answer. There will be correct and best answer, but from that we have to select the best answer according to the audio. Then color the circle to mark your answers. We have to completely darken the circle. Then the listening strategies. Second one, beware of paraphrasing. It means if in the audio it says as I, it will be paraphrased as me. So you have to note down that. Then beware of synonyms. Beware of collective words. Then the listening strategies continues as predict, anticipate, foresees the answer. Look at the word before and after the blank. We have to use this word before and after the blank to anticipate or foresees the answer. It will guide us to note down the answer. What will be the answer? Collective words includes smokers, birds, cookies, worms. Another example is if in the audio the patient says that I have pain in my legs, in my arms, like that, but in the text or question it may be written as pain on limbs. That is collective words. Then look at the context. We have to carefully read the subheadings and all the subheadings and all the information given given before starting the entire audio. It includes here it is written as you hear a physiotherapist talking to a new patient called Raisins. Here we have to note who is talking, to whom is he talking, like that. Here the physiotherapist is talking to a patient named Raisins. We have to focus who is the speaker and to whom he is speaking. Read the side headings also. Next direction is for questions 1 to 12, complete the notes with a word or short phrase. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes. Then there will be a 30 seconds pause. Now we can go through some pain assessment models which will be very helpful in listening part A. The first one is Socrates method. Here S stands for sight. Where exactly is the pain? Actually, these pain assessment models will help us to locate the answers easily, both in the listening as well as for speaking. This is the format we are requested to use in speaking also. So, sight means where exactly is the pain. O means onset. What were you doing when the pain started? C stands for character. What does the pain feel like? Is it dull pain, like that? R for radiates. Does the pain go anywhere else? Does the pain radiates to any other part of your body? Then A stands for associated symptoms. Example, nausea and vomiting. Time or duration. How long have you had the pain? E stands for exacerbating or relieving factors. Does anything make the pain better or worse? Example, if doing any activities like walking or running, it may increase the pain. At the same time, when we are taking rest, it will give some relief for the pain. That is exacerbating or relieving factors. Then severity. Obtain an pain score using the pain scale. Then another questioning framework is DSRTC. D stands for how long you had the pain. It means duration. It stands for how long you have had the pain. Then sight. Can you tell me exactly where the pain is? Then severity, as we explained earlier. Then R for radiates. Does the pain radiates to any other parts of the body? Then relief. R for relief. Have you taken anything to relieve the pain? It may be any medicines, ice pack, like that. Then time. When do you get the pain? Does it affect your work? In majority of the listening samples, we can find this question that interlocutor is asking the patient that whether your pain is affecting your work or social life, like that. We can accept the question. Then the character. Can you describe the pain? Then cause. Is there anything that makes it worse? Is there anything that triggers the pain? Then another method of pain assessment model is PQRST, where P stands for provocation and palliation. Provocation means what were you doing when the pain started? Q stands for quality and quantity. What does it feel like? R stands for region and radiation. S stands for severity scale. T stands for timing and duration. We can go detail through that. P stands for provocation. Provocation means what provoked the pain, what make it worse, what make it better. Did the pain occur at rest or during exertion? Did the pain wake you up? These are the questions used to assess the provocation for the pain. Sometimes the traveling can make the pain worse, and use of ice packs can make the pain better. Then second one, quality. We have to assess the quality of the pain, whether the pain is sharp, dull, squeezing, aching, burning, cramping, stabbing. These all are some answers which can be expected during the listening part A. So we have to check for the quality of the pain. And moreover, I will add one more point, which is we have to make a vocabulary diary. It means it may be related to medical, it can be included anything related to medical or signs and symptoms like that. We have to prepare a vocabulary diary. It will help us to complete the listening part A very fluently. R stands for radiates. Does the pain move anywhere? Where do you feel the pain? Then severity, S stands for severity scale. It may be tingling pain, aching pain, cramping pain, nagging, burning, and intense pain. This is the severity scale. Then timing of pain. When did it start? Was the onset slow or sudden? How long has it lasted? Like that. This is the timing for pain assessment method. In listening part A, we have to notice the structure and sequence. In every text, there will be a sequence for either for reading parts A, reading part B and C, there will be a sequencing. Like that, here also for listening, there will be a sequencing. We have to listen for thematic links, listen for keywords, signal words, key points, relationship between the ideas. And once we are not able to locate one particular answer, just skip the answer and go for the another one. Otherwise, we will lose every answers. So we have to practice skipping also. So I think this session was informative for you. And listening means taking a second to consider what they are saying, not just hearing their words. And don't mix our professional knowledge into what we are hearing. We are not allowed to mix our knowledge into the OET test. We have to find out what they are saying, not our knowledge. That is it. Listening is not understanding the words of the question asked. Listening is understanding why the question was asked in the first place. Thank you all. I think it is beneficial for you all. It is just a briefing of what our father taught us. I know it is not at all excellent as father taught. Still, some of you can take benefit from this. Thank you.